Well, good afternoon, and well, welcome back to another video. And I'm just going to take you on a bit of an adventure to Three Cliffs Bay today in the Goa Peninsula. The day is stunning. The winds are calm. The tide is out, which could be good or could be bad. And I have, third time lucky, a new microphone. So fingers crossed it works, and I got it wired so I can't lose it again, which is ridiculous. And one of the things I'd like to be talking about today is the two differences between photographing a location. Where I'm going today is quite famous, especially in South Wales, and photographing locationless images. So trying to go beyond the general area, getting the obvious shots, and trying to work a little bit more to get something a bit unique. Anyway, that's going to be the purposes of today. And at the end, of course, a challenge for you to give a go of going to a popular location, but trying to go somewhere, trying to capture some images that do not necessarily come up on Instagram whenever you see them, or Google searches. But we'll see how it goes. Now, the reason why I bring this into attention is I always get a little bit disheartened when I go, or I have time to go up my camera, and you see, you're like, okay, where am I going to go? Let's go somewhere exploring, let's go to a great place. Search on Instagram, Google, wherever you want to see, and you go photographic locations in South Wales, for example, or landscape photography. And more often than not, you see grand landscapes, somewhere extraordinary that, for one, you can possibly capture if you don't necessarily have time. Money is another big one as well. And it also takes a little bit of the fun away from it. I mean, if you Google a small town, for example, Llanrwst, okay, Llanrwst, you will see pages and pages and pages of the same shot, the bridge and the tea house. For one, it's not particularly special, and two, everybody's got it, and it's an easy shot to get. What I'm talking about is something a little bit different, a bit more of a challenge, and something that you can really make yours. And I'm going to show you to a lovely beach, again quite famous in South Wales, the Three Peaks Beach, and just want to kind of course go for the money shots of the three cliffs, but also try something a bit different. But yeah, no, this is a beautiful evening, and hopefully I can show you a little bit of a bit of both. It is also quite busy around here. Still getting used to this YouTube videoing, and yeah, quite nerve-wracking to be talking when people might have ears. Very strange to have. Very strange. Again, it is a stunning evening tonight, and I've already seen maybe 30 people here. So of course, I mean, this is just an obvious viewpoint, and if you do search Three Cliffs Bay in Google, you are going to come out with this shot right here. But this is exactly what I mean. I stood there for a couple of minutes, composed the image. You kind of see what you're going to get already, and it's quite you know what you're going to get. Now, the challenge is, of course, when you do go to beautiful places, is not to be drawn in by those shots, but making something your own. Hopefully we're going to get some tonight, but either way, I think it's quite a nice image. Now, I mean, I would like to stress actually that although I'm trying to talk about getting unique images, not of course of the obvious landscapes, those places, if you do take pictures of locations, the storm you were in last week, for example, they are feel-good shots. You always feel good. You know you're going to get a shot, and they're always a safe bet as well. So that is why I do sometimes go to these places, just for that reason. They do help with a bit of confidence, especially if you are exploring new places. It's kind of nice to get something. I think I'm going the wrong way, actually. I think I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, anyway. Those places are great, but they make you feel good. The image is always going to turn out great, and you're going to come out with something that you're going to be happy with. But as a photographer, of course, it's about the challenge, about the new experiences, about trying to get better each time. And the only way you can do that is by trying different places and also unique shots within those places as well. I mean, this is an absolutely stunning landscape, so it is going to be quite difficult to get drawn into somewhere different. So we shall see how it goes. So this is exactly what I'm talking about trying unique and different shots, not just, of course, the money shot per se. So what I've done is I've actually framed up the trees in the distance over there in the reflections in the shadows. And because the water is quite still, the reflection's almost perfect. It's quite simple and quite a calming image, I would say, but hopefully, if it turns out any good, here's the shot. Okay, we have about 20 minutes until sunset, and I'm not even on the beach yet. I think it's time we make a move. So let's see if we can get there in time, eh? Honestly, always happens. Always happens. Here we are, and what a stunning place this is. Well, of course, those are the obvious shots, which is exactly what I was talking about before, but oh, it's lovely around here, and I would recommend anybody who is interested to visit, and of course if you can do as well. I have seen it be called one of the best beaches in the Goa Peninsula, which is always lovely. And well, just look at it. Now the challenge is to try not to get sucked in. Okay, so I'm not entirely sure if this counts, but I got a lovely shot, which hopefully I'll show you here, that essentially focuses on the reflection, which you might be able to see, and on the rocks in the background. It is a stunning sunset, and I have managed to get a couple off camera, so fingers crossed it works okay. But of course, this is whilst avoiding the clear and obvious shots, which is still so tempting. Well, now I'm just taking a bit of a wander. I'm really happy with that shot. So do let me know what you think of it. But now I've got that, now it's just having a bit of an explore and trying to improve on, I guess, your favourite image of the day and to see what other compositions show. It is so tempting now to go after that. Ooh, there it is. Very tempting. But, you know, we shall see. What an absolutely stunning evening it is. I don't know if you can see any of this, but the skies are very pink in that direction, but of course quite blue in this direction as well. Although there is something over there, so we're going to have a look. And oh, there's an archway over there. So we're going to have a look at the archway. Actually, this is another thing I'd like to point out about shooting the light in the subject rather than, of course, the obvious location. Let me actually give you a quick look. So we've got this over here, where if you can see it, there we are. This over here, which is beautiful light. It's quite calm again, but it isn't exactly the image of the sunset, the obvious sunset over that. And it makes you work a little bit harder and a little bit more. But again, if you kind of leave that to one side, you can always come back to it another day as well. Again, it's not going anywhere. You might be able to capture something, something more for you. I must say, there is nothing better than listening to the sound of the waves. It's such a beautiful sunset. It was quite interesting actually. I'll tell you what. So you'll be able to see on the rock over there, talking about going for the obvious shots. There were, no kidding, 20 people up on that same little rock, perched all together. It was quite funny to see. I hope I didn't get in that shot, but you know, never mind. Yeah, so while they're all the way up there, of course getting exactly the same shot for exactly the same time, I'm just down here getting something hopefully quite a lot different. Now I'm hoping this still works. The screen has stopped working. So this is a bit of a bonus, I think. Don't know if this is going to be added into the video, but as the skies are getting really dark, the stars are really starting to come out. So I have set my camera up, but I'm not an astrophotographer. I'm not particularly good at this kind of thing, but we shall see. You're not going to be able to see this, unfortunately, but so I was talking about the three peaks earlier, or the three cliffs earlier on, and I have just noticed that the constellation, the Pan, is perfectly situated right above it. So I'm hoping that with the darkness, the stars are coming out, and I'm hoping to be able to capture the three cliffs with the pan. Fingers crossed it turns out, but it is starting to get cold. Not particularly prepared for this, so I don't have gloves or anything, which I have about 4 pairs, but they're at home. Now, the tide is coming in. Got a couple of shots which I'm really happy with. And hopefully this is a reason to try something other than, of course, the obvious money shots. But I hope you liked this episode. I hope you liked this video. If you do have any comments, please do comment down below. If you have any questions, location suggestions, for example, if you're down in South Wales, do drop me a comment. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And please do subscribe if you are interested in doing so. And I'll see you next week.